Well, you have the privilege of actually being at Captain Fawcett's stand. Unfortunately, the captain's mother has taken rather ill, and he's had to go to the north of England to visit his sickly mother in Blackpool. So he's asked me to answer any questions you may have, and I'm qualified to, I think, to answer them and represent the brand. Yeah, my name's Richard Finney, and I run the company with the captain and two other people. Well, I've been making personally moustache wax for myself now for many years, for about 10 years. And from that, we had an old recipe discovered from the captain's journals, and we've elaborated on my original recipe, and now we're sold in many countries around the world. Well, I was making my own moustache wax, and my wife is an Emmy award-winning makeup artist on films and TV, and she started to take some of my little product in plastic 35mm film canisters, I don't know if anyone remembers those, to work. And then some of the other makeup artists asked if they could have some of this product for their bags, for their set bags. And I tentatively purchased 100 jars on eBay for £10, and thinking they may last quite a long time, and they did last quite a long time. But very recently I bought 40,000 jars. I think really with developing a brand is not really to try too hard. My experience myself is I was in movies, I was in the sound department for 25 years. Worked on films like Memphis Belle, Chaplin, Billy Elliot. But my experience was that if the actor was in character, whatever he said, even if it wasn't what actually was scripted, would be correct. So I think you need to, if you're developing a brand, it needs to come quite naturally. You need to live that brand, and then however you behave will be right. Even our offices are all done like an Edwardian club. So you go to work and you are in character. Our emails are in character, and Captain Fawcett exists, and he's quite a tough boss on occasion. The brand has moved very organically. I mean, I first remember, as I said, making the wax in the small little tubs, and then we bought those 100 jars. I went to see a friend of mine that was recommended, which became a friend of mine to help with a website. And I was trying to convince them in a Café Rouge in Bath to help me do a website for £200, and everybody advised her against being involved. She has 15% share of the company now, and she's doing really, really rather well, and is responsible for all of our social media. And then another friend came on board who's involved with the design, and his wife is an aromatherapist and makes all our beard oils from the initial development all the way through to final production. So I think the important thing is to have people around you who can add their skills, because it's impossible to be good at everything. But I think you really have to be on brand. So all our design, everything, all our packaging, labeling, we do it all ourselves. So the moustache wax, which was the first project, paid for the next raft of products, which then paid for the next. And by doing it like that, it means if you've got one or two products that aren't so popular or don't work, you can pull them back, because you actually have risked very, very, very little. And so, as I said, our next products will be the beard balm. This is our beard balm. It's a collaboration with Ricky Hall. This is going to be released on Monday of next week, and we've already solicited advanced sales, huge advanced sales beyond our first order numbers. The most important thing is by raising awareness. If we had, for instance, borrowed money and created this brand overnight and produced our 25 or 30 products, who are we? Where would we be? We'd probably still have these 25 or 30 products. What's happened by doing this, we've created a fan base, as it were, a loyal base of customers. We have a huge social media following. We have something like 36,000 bona fide Instagram followers. I mean, you meet some companies who'll say they've got 100,000 followers, but they've paid for those followers. You can see by the number of likes that they've got that these likes, their followers just aren't real. So what's the point of that? You've got to be really truthful to yourself. So social media is crucial. So now what happens, we'll produce a new product and it will sell really before I never advertise. be true to your brand, allow it to work organically, and